Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, welcome back. This is part 3 of the 4-part series that I'm doing over the fixed signs. I will not be doing a reading per individual sign. I'm going to be doing a collective reading. I have already finished up the cardinal signs and the mutable signs. So if you're interested in maybe cross-watching to find your specific person or situation, you might go check out those videos. I will leave the video at the end of this video to go and see that. So this part 3 is just to give you a little explanation if you're just catching this one. I had an idea to maybe do all of the signs like this in a collective group. I feel like we share similar energies together. So Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, we all have attributes that are the same. I personally am a mutable sign, the Pisces sign. So like I said, if you're interested in checking out those videos, I'm going to leave that at the end. So let's get into the reading for part 3, and let's see if this energy continues. Sometimes we don't know. Here's the thing. Sometimes these readings can start off and it'll apply to you. And then sometimes towards the middle, it might shift. Energy might shift. Keep in mind that we are collective. So sometimes it can tell a story within a story, and sometimes it can tell multiple stories, which is kind of a neat way. We also learn from the cards this way too. So stick around and we'll see what's going to take place here. So Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Let's find out what needs to be said. Okay. First card to come out, which is cool. Page of Cups. There is an offering coming in, right? We always hear a tarot reader say that. This could be a youthful energy. This could be an offering of love. Could be an offering of a relationship, a friendship. But the page is a youthful energy. Very bold, very brave, very stern. So somebody could have come forth with some boldness and braveness. I got that energy, you know. And we have the 7 of Wands, okay? 7 of Wands is it's been called the warrior spirit, but I also like to think of it as, you know, that you are a person who has achieved a lot of success, something that has caused you to defend that which you have gathered, that which you have collected, okay? And the warrior is definitely the type of person to stand up and protect. So I feel this real energy of achievements that you were protecting with the Page of Cups. Interesting. Okay. This could be a relationship, like I said, that an offering coming into you, or you could be offering something to someone, something that you feel very proud of. Like I said, these energies have multiple kinds of ways to go, but stick around, we'll see what's up. Like I said, if you're just joining in here, cross watchers, take a look at the mutable and cardinal signs, and some of this may apply to you. So, all right, I'm just going to draw the card. Beautiful card. Ace of Cups coming in. Divine love. Okay, we can kind of go ahead and clarify this. It sits between the 7 of Cups. So we've got the Page of Cups, the 7 of Wands, and then the Ace of Cups. And you're protecting this love. You're protecting this love. This is a very protected love. I'm wondering, with the Ace of Cups coming out, why is this such a protected love? I mean, not that you wouldn't support or protect your love. I'm wondering where this is going. This has got me. There's a couple of things I've kind of got a little feeling with, and we're going to see. New offering, yes. Okay. There's something you're hanging on to here, the Tower. Okay. This doesn't have to represent the crumbling down of your foundation. The card represents the crumbling of foundations, making way for the new. But it also represents, if you notice, with the crown chakra up here, right? The crown, blowing the lid off something with some news, some kind of a news that's shocking, shock in all value. And I was trying to tell you that, and that I can't even plan that out. That is unbelievable. You're protecting this love, this divine union. You're definitely in your heart space about this. This is intense. Just got this real intense energy that no matter what the cost, you're going to protect this energy. Regardless of a tower, regardless if things crumble to the ground, you are going to hang on to this. It's like, I don't even know how to go there, how to say it. Yes, my goodness, this is beautiful. Two of Cups, right? There is definitely camaraderie, definitely an exchange of information, exchange of love, an exchange of emotions taking place here. Somebody that you're involved with, or somebody that you're dealing with, there is a mutual respect. There is a come hell or high water, I don't give a shit. There is nothing going to get in the way. And that's what this tells me. And like I said, we saw that with the passive energy of Seven of Wands. Okay. So this is not fighting for this. This is protecting this. So maybe somebody's in your way, or you feel like there's an obstacle in your way that is maybe saying, I have to end this. Could be a jealous relationship that says, you can't be friends with this person. You can't have this person in your life. Or you may feel that way, right? So we're going to find out. What do we need to know? Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. 10 of Cups, right? You know, in the last reading, the 10 of Cups exposed itself too, but it was in a different scenario, and it kind of felt a different way in the energy. The 10 of Cups is what it is. It's rainbows, you know, it's cups, it's enjoyment, life. It's that dream, you know, the house on the hill, the river down by the house, children playing, you know. So there's somebody's family oriented, perhaps. Could be talking about protecting children here, protecting the family life, protecting all the blessings that come with that kind of dreamy state. You know, it just, you're really feeling this nostalgic kind of feeling about this relationship, this divine counterpart. Amazing. Really cool. Okay. What else do we need to know? Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. This is 2026 almost here. We just came through this 12/12 portal. At least that's what the internet calls it, right? Today I woke up and the sun came up. It was a little cloudy, overcast, and the moon hung itself last night in the sky. So I don't know that the universe knows that we called it 12/12 portal. So I don't make a huge deal about it. What I do know is that energy exists, and it's pretty intense, pretty powerful. It's well beyond my understanding. And I don't think I'm smart enough to know. So what I will say is that these cards look amazing. So I'm going to pull here. What are we thinking about? We got the Four of Cups, okay? There's a divine offering, but you're not paying attention to it. That divine offering could be, like I said, this relationship. You had the Ace of Cups, and you had the Two of Cups, and you had the Page of Cups, okay? So there are 3 cups down here. Like I said before, there's a nostalgia. But this other cup, this 4th cup right here, we don't have another cup here other than 10. So what are we waiting on? What's the happening? Are we together? Are we not together? Are you just boasting about your beautiful relationship that you have? Or is it going to come crashing down? We have the Tower card. Or you're in the midst of this crashing down. Is this union? Are we coming together finally? Is this twin flame? Is this your soulmate? Is this a person that... Yeah, we had a card come out here. Is it sexual in nature? Is it based upon, you know, the looks? Is it based upon the fire in between you? These are fire signs here too. Ace of Wands, right? Another divine offering. The budding staff talks about the divineness of it, spiritual growth, and but I feel like this is a longing. You know, there is a longing in this energy here. So you're longing for this person, but you're not showing me that you're together. And perhaps the only card in this whole, I mean, if I showed you, we got the Page of Cups, we got the Seven of Wands, protective, right? The Ace of Cups, then the Tower. We had the Two of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Four of Cups, and then we have the Ace of Wands show up. And the only thing standing in the way is a Tower. So it tells me that either this thing is over, or you're so worried that it's going to blow up and expose how much you really, really want this. So why are you fearing it? What's getting in your way of this? Because you're very protective of it. I couldn't put these cards in a better way. I'm just going to pull. Okay. The Lovers. Bam. Bam. This may be the shortest damn video I've had to do. The Lovers card. It's a done deal. I mean, it's in the works. This is divine, divinely orchestrated. The only thing I could feel, like I said, with this Tower sitting there, is that mountain, right? The mountain that separates the two. That mountain represents this Tower moment right here. Okay, it represents that which you are harboring to not allow this to take place. Okay. So, all right. So what obstacles do we need to get over? Okay. If we're going to ask the universe, we're going to ask God, we're going to ask our guiding light, the internal light, our angels, whatever support that you need. And we ask them, what do I need to work on to make this happen? Or maybe this is happening and it's just confirmation for you. So if it's confirmation for you, I'm telling you, the cards are there. They're all there. This is a beautiful, romantic. It's got all the works. Can't get any better than this. Three of Pentacles. It's collaboration. It's working together. It is sharing ideas. You guys get along, whoever this is for. You know, you practice reciprocation very well. You communicate very well. You share ideas, and that's a good sign. I mean, that's another good sign. In fact, I should be ecstatic and like shouting at the roofs. This is the best damn read I've seen in a long time. Oh my gosh. No way. Knight of Pentacles. There's an offering coming in here. I feel like you've made your mind up. You know, or this other person has made their mind up. With the Knight of Pentacles, either the Knight makes a plan, he sticks to it. It's done. Okay. Moving forward, investment, and like I said, there just feels like it's like nothing's going to change your mind. I just can't help but see this as a protective card that, you know, that came out in the passive position. I'm going to protect this no matter what. And I'm moving towards this. So, I mean, this feels like divinely orchestrated. That it's really like, I say, expect a tower. There is a tower in your reading here. And you're not exposing that. So maybe this is very hidden. This is taboo. This is something that you're trying to keep secret, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't, because you feel all this. Does this other person feel the same way about you? Does that person, I mean, that would be what I would want to know. Does this person feel the same way if this is you? I see it reciprocated. You have the Two of Cups. But I say that because you had the Four. You know, you have the Four of Cups. So that means you're constant. There's some other things down here that you're focusing on and you're not quite sure, right? So does this other person feel the same way about you? Okay. This could be work related, somebody you know from work, but it also talks about putting your head down and you know, harvesting the fruits of your labor. Talks about moving away from materialistic type thinking, you know, that type of deal. But somebody is really into this situation, okay? They're really working on trying to make something happen here. This could be because of that Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles may have that energy may be moving in on this relationship or this situation, maybe sharing some gifts, somebody's spoiling you with some stuff, or but like I said, I just feel like with the Four of Cups and that Tower, there's kind of a little bit of a taboo there. Maybe the forbidden fruit. I mean, you're in another relationship. Could be. There is the Three of Pentacles. Talks about third party. Could be a third party. Doesn't have to be. And the way these are lining out, it kind of has just a hint. And I wouldn't say that if the Four of Cups hadn't been there. And the Seven of Wands, which in first it talks about being very protective energy because of the way it's sitting in that passive position. But it could also reflect, like I said, as part of that Four of Cups energy, saying that, you're a little scared. You don't know how to go forward, right? So I'm feeling like this Knight is steadfast and moving in. And so I'm going to go and pull a card here. My gosh, 4. Marriage on the way, contracts on the way, a union. So this could be twin flame, I'm not really seeing the king and queen. I'd like to see the king and queen or the empress, the emperor. But it could be, or just a very divine soulmate, not everybody is on the twin flame journey. Not everybody is, or in that type of mindset, but just soulmate, somebody who really, really just lights your fire. I feel like there's a lot of passion in this. So that's cool. Anything else we need to know? Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. What is it is there anything about this relationship that this person or people or group of people should try to give their attention to? Is there something that's... Okay. Had a couple cards come out. We have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. The ups and downs, right? You see the waves back there in the back. So there's a little bit of turbulence in this. And you're juggling the ideas. You're juggling possibly the stability, and that stability could be like the relationship that you are in, which is talking about this Tower. It could shift the balance of everything. Okay, but we have the Nine of Pentacles showing up. Okay, so I think this Nine of Pentacles right here kind of just nail in the coffin, so to speak, for me. It says like, her energy is so nurturing and so she's already wealthy, already abundant. She lives the life of luxury, not necessarily in the financial scenario. It doesn't have to be that. Luxury meaning that this is this feels very comfortable and warm and inviting. And I think there's some things that maybe you need to look at. And I'm going to show you those real quick. So right here, we got the Two of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, okay, and the Seven of Wands, and then the Tower, okay. These are not terrible cards. In fact, the way they laid out in this reading, if you go back and replay this again, you'll hear why I put them in the way that I did. It's because of the way they fell. However, there are two sides to every story, right? There are always two sides. There's a negative, there's a positive, there's a light, there's a dark. So there's always two sides to every story. And what I'm getting is that you feel very passionate. You feel very guarded and protected over this relationship, either that's happening right now or is about to happen or beginning. And I feel like it's coming in naturally. And maybe this is really asking you to step into your Nine of Pentacles. And what I mean by the luxury and the abundant is to really assess the situation that you're in, not necessarily this person coming at you, but to assess the situation and what you're in and ask some really hard questions and say, what am I juggling? I feel in my heart, I feel like this is what you're juggling. You're juggling this Tower, okay? Tower over here, you're juggling it. You're wondering, if I go forward with this, what's it going to do? And don't we always do that? We always sit back and we go, especially when it comes to a relationship, I'm not seeing in this particular thing any kind of harmful, vindictive type of attitude or anything like that. I'm seeing that a new romance has started and a new life or a new love, and um, you're just really contemplating, what it is you should do, you know. And so when those situations take place, you can go, I can rush into this thing, or I can let it unfold naturally. And that's why I mentioned the Nine of Pentacles, because she is that unfolding natural. She's earth, grounded, abundant. She's allowing the natural flow of her energy to create all of these pentacles. All of these pentacles could represent life, love, health, wealth, stability, all of these beautiful things. So, man, what a cool reading. I can appreciate this reading. I really can. Especially, a lot of people, they see that tower and they just go, they shy away from the fact that, something explosive is about to happen. But the tower is very necessary in our life. you know we can learn a lot by tearing down our old foundations, which is old ways of thinking. Perhaps you're stuck in the past on certain things, and these towers come, and we just keep 365-degree circle arguing and explaining away all of these things, and um, gnawing on the bone, so to speak, of our trauma and our past and everything. So this is really a let go, let love kind of stereo, and I can totally appreciate that, right? So anyway, fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. That's really cool. I hope this resonates with somebody. I hope you find some peace and true honor in this. This reading was amazing. It's really good. It's got every the makings of a Hollywood movie, passion, love, um, just a noble kind of thing. And if you have found that type of person that you can reciprocate with, we saw the Two of Cups, right? The Three of Pentacles. Oh my, jeez. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. It's just beautiful. So, okay, I'm going to close this out. I'm going to remind you, if you're cross watching, to take a look at the mutable signs that I did and the cardinal signs. I'm going to try to leave those in the videos up above here. Hopefully you'll see those. You can click on them if you're cross watching. And we will see you on part 4. Thanks for joining me.